Good afternoon. I am First Deputy Superintendent of the New York State Police, Chris Fiore. We will hear shortly from Governor Andrew Cuomo, but I will first provide an update on this morning's tragic incident based on the information that we currently have. This morning at approximately 3:30 a.m., members of the New York State Police, the Steuben County Sheriff's Office, and the Corning Police Department responded to a call of a suicidal subject barricaded at his residence in the town of Irwin, Steuben County. During the course of the response, Trooper Nicholas Clark was shot and killed by the suspect. The suspect was later found deceased in the residence with an apparent gunshot wound. Trooper Clark, who was 29 years old, lived in Troopsburg, New York. He graduated from the 203rd session of the State Police Basic School in September of 2015. He was presently assigned to SP Bath, Troop E. He is survived by his mother, father, and brother, who have all been notified. This is a terrible loss to the New York State Police, and our thoughts and prayers are with Trooper Clark and his family. The incident remains under investigation, and the State Police will make additional information available as it comes in. I would now like to hand it over to Governor Cuomo. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank the First Deputy Superintendent, Chris Fiore, for his good work, Field Commander Stephen Smith, Richard Allen, who is the Troop Major for Troop E. Thank you, and we're sorry for your loss, and all the colleagues of Trooper Clark. Steuben County Sheriff Jim Allard, I want to thank him for his partnership with the state police, but especially for their help and assistance during this situation. After Trooper Clark was hit with gunfire, a deputy sheriff put his own life in danger to pull Trooper Clark to a position of safety. To the Clark family, to his mother, his father, his brother, we hope you find peace in this senseless act of violence. You have a 29-year-old trooper, a stellar trooper with an extraordinary record, his whole life before him, great athlete, well accomplished. He wanted to do one thing, which is help people and be part of public service. And that's what the New York State Police afford, an opportunity to give back to your community, to help your community, to help other families. Situation like this makes no sense. On any side, the loss of life, 29-year-old with his whole life ahead of him, was just trying to help and do good things. As governor, you deal with a lot of different situations. Some almost unimaginable, especially in these difficult times. This is one situation that I've gone through before, the state police have gone through before. 13 troopers lost in 5 years. There's no answer. There's no point. It's just sad and painful. To the state police and to all police officers in this state, I want them to know that every person in the state of New York has nothing but respect for them, trust in them, and love for them and their families. We know the danger that you put yourself in every day. We know the fear that is in your family's heart when you're out there. And we truly and deeply appreciate the risk that you take to keep our families safe. And everything the police do nowadays is dangerous, whether it's a traffic stop or a domestic violence incident or a storm or a hurricane or possible terrorist activity. It's all dangerous because these are frightening times. And in many ways, we need our police officers and public protectors more than ever. Again, to the Clark family, you're in our thoughts, you're in our prayers. To the colleagues of Trooper Clark, you're in our thoughts and in our prayers. To the Steuben County Sheriff's Department, thank you for being there. Thank you for the courage that you showed in trying to be helpful. And we will go forward together and understand that this is the risk that public service for law enforcement officers pose. Beyond that, I'll turn it back to the First Deputy Superintendent for any questions or any questions you have for myself.
Maybe explain what happened when Trooper Clark went to the home and reached out to the door and just kind of walked
I can't get into the specifics. You know, what I will say is you know, the troopers and the sheriff's deputies responded. They established a perimeter. We brought in crisis negotiators to try to make contact. We were unable to make contact with the subject.
Can you be more, excuse me, sir. Can you be more specific as to the location of it in the town of Irwin?
It was on Welch Road. I believe it was 10041 Welch Road.
What?
Hold on.
Well,
under the suspect's house.
10041 Welch Road in the town of Irwin. WELCH Road.
Do you know anything about the suspect? Can you help me on him?
He was 43 years old. His name was Stephen Kiley. Kiley.
is he employed by the community college?
No, not. He was not.
Governor Cuomo had mentioned was athletic prowess, was it true? Have you had any kind of build or something like that?
It's my understanding that he was a standout player in college, and he did try out for the Bills. And that's all I know on that. I just know he was an outstanding athlete in high school and college.
What about the other person that was in the hall? I mean, was it an ethnic call? Was that person?
At this point, it was the initial 911 call came in from the subject's estranged wife, who reported that he had stated that he was thinking about committing suicide, and she thought he might be armed.
Legal gun, illegal gun?
At this point, we don't know that. It's very early on in the investigation.
Do you know anything more about his occupation, the subject?
I believe he was a school principal.
Do you know what school?
I don't.
Last question, guys.
Who was Trooper Clark as a person?
Excuse me?
Who was Trooper Clark as a person? How do you remember?
I'll let Major Allen handle that one.
As was said before, he was an outstanding athlete, a lifelong Steuben County resident, graduated from Canisteo Greenwood High School. He was a two-time state wrestling champion and standout football player. He had a scholarship to the University of North Carolina, Greensboro as a wrestling scholarship. He attended there 1 year, and then he transferred to Alfred University, where he played football prior to trying out for Buffalo Bills and prior to coming to us. Like I said, he was a lifelong resident of Steuben County. He transferred back here to the Bath Barracks in August of 2017, where he was very proud to serve the citizens that he called friends and neighbors to try and get back to the community he grew up in.